Oh, hi friends!
What are you doing?
I'm making snack bags for the kids at church.
Hey, Lizzie, I found more fishy crackers. Do you think that's going to be enough? Oh, hey, friends!
Hi, Grandpa.
I think that should be plenty, Grandpa.
Great. Well, what can I do to help?
Well, we need to finish putting the fishy crackers in these bags and the cheesy crackers in these.
Great. Well, why don't you open it up and I'll pour them in. So, how did you ever think of this idea anyway?
Well, when I was helping with the preschoolers on Sunday at church, they asked if anyone would be willing to bring snacks.
I love that your heart wants to serve others, Lizzie, and I'm so glad you got me involved in helping to serve with you.
I don't know if it's really serving. It's just snacks.
Oh, Lizzie, of course it's serving. You're helping to meet the needs of others. Hey, there's a Bible story about a time when Jesus did a miracle because other people were hungry. Do you want to hear it?
I'd love to. Do you want to explore a Bible story with us?
Yes.
Great. Well, hand me the Bible. We'll get right into this. And this story takes place when Jesus walked on the earth before he went to the cross. And Jesus traveled around from city to city, and the Bible says that people kept following Jesus because they saw his miracles. Do you remember what a miracle is?
I do. A miracle is when God does something special for us that people can't do.
Right. You know, as Jesus traveled to each city, he healed people's bodies from sickness and injuries. He healed people's eyes to see and legs so that they could walk again.
I love that in the Bible stories you read about Jesus walking on the earth, he really showed love and care to people.
Oh, Lizzie, I agree. And in this story, Jesus showed care to a crowd of people. You see, the Bible says a huge crowd of people had started following Jesus and his disciples.
What was that? Oh, it's a clue!
This makes voices louder.
I'm not quite sure what it could be. Let's put on our binoculars to help us.
It makes it so a huge crowd can hear one person.
Do you think it's a microphone?
Uh-huh.
You know, I wonder how loudly Jesus had to speak for everyone to be able to hear him. Jesus spoke to the people in a way that showed Jesus was different from anyone they had ever heard before. And after Jesus had taught them about God, Jesus and his disciples realized the people must be getting really hungry.
Couldn't they just go somewhere that sold food?
Well, that's what we would do if we were hungry, wouldn't we? But in Jesus' day, they didn't have restaurants or fast food stops like we do. The people would have had to travel to get something to eat.
Jesus must have seen the hungry little kids and heard them asking their parents for something to eat. Didn't he care about them?
When I look at all the stories I read about Jesus, I see that Jesus cares deeply about everything we need. When we feel lonely and need a friend, Jesus sees it. When we feel scared, Jesus wants to wrap his strong arms around us. Jesus knows everything we feel, Lizzie, and he wants to help us all. That's what happened in our story. Jesus saw this huge crowd of people, and he knew that they were hungry. One of the disciples came to Jesus and said he had found a boy with...
We have another clue!
You carry your lunch in this.
I know what it is, but I think we need our binoculars to help us find it.
This keeps food cold while you wait to eat it.
Do you think it's a lunchbox?
Yes.
You know, speaking of lunch, a boy was there with his lunch of 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish.
How can 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish be enough for thousands of people?
Well, normally it couldn't. But in Jesus' hands, even the smallest offering can be more than enough. So Jesus took the bread in his hands and broke it, giving thanks to God. And then Jesus did a miracle. As he broke the bread into pieces and put it into the baskets, the bread and the fish multiplied. The little bit of bread and fish became a lot of bread and fish. It was a miracle. You know, the Bible says the disciples served enough food that the whole crowd had their fill, and there was still some left over. Jesus had definitely done a miracle to take care of the people's needs. So this story tells me that it's good for you and for me to serve together and make snack bags for all the kids at church.
Grandpa, that's our faith fact today. We serve together.
What a great faith fact. Lizzie, should we ring the bell and say it all together again? We serve together.
And with these last bags, Grandpa, you and I have served together and made great snacks for preschoolers.
Great! And thank you so much for being with us today. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.